What's good, YouTube? Sports first one we got. So today we got Jordan versus LeBron, the best GOAT comparison. I got my boy Steve's back.
You know what I'm saying? I'm back, man. I'm back.
So last video, I haven't seen it. I'm gonna link it down below for y'all. Y'all can see it. And you also are on live, so y'all need to start joining the lives. Turn the post notifications on, actually. You know what I'm saying? Because then y'all get a notification every time I'm live, and y'all can always tune in. So last video I was with Steve, y'all was kind of on his head top a little bit. Y'all was on mine too. I ain't gonna cap. A little bit of y'all was on mine too. A little bit of friendly fire. But I'm excited for this video. Let's get right into it. Let's do so. They said, if you bet your life who you're going with to win you the game. Be smart about this.
LeBron. Statistically, it's LeBron. Look up the stats. He's the clutchest player of all time.
Bro, Jordan is 50% when it comes to game-winning shots or game-time shots.
Torie, you can't literally argue with that. Look it up.
Bro, we're gonna see it right here. We're gonna see it right here, bro. He's gonna bring this up.
How recent is this video?
This one's 5 years, but there's no one that's 1 year ago. If just in case you have anything to say to this one, we got one that's 1 year. So we watched that one too. If you feel like this one's a little bit too biased or something.
Man, look at that jersey, man. Just greatness. Alright.
What's up with you, bro? Nah, I ain't gonna cap though, bro. Calling somebody black dudes is insane.
That's what I'm saying. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Jordan do be taking flight though. I can't cap. He be flying. I ain't gonna lie. Watching Space Jam, the first one, I was like, I don't want to be like Mike. I don't want to be like Mike. And that was before I was getting basketball. Space Jam is a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, bro, it was. I'm not gonna lie. Space Jam was very Hall of Fame. I had a lot of high expectations for the second time too.
As much as I'm a LeBron fan, and I have respect for Jordan, Space Jam is probably like my top 5 favorite.
Bro, just from the culture standpoint, Jordan has a big advantage over LeBron from culture too, bro. Like influence-wise, I'm not gonna cap.
Jordan versus LeBron. LeBron versus Jordan. It's a debate that has captured the public's attention for the last several years, especially after this moment in 2016, when LeBron James beat the Golden State Warriors to win the 3rd championship of his career. In LeBron's own words,
that one right there made me the greatest player of all time. That's what I felt. I was like, that one right there made you the greatest player of all time.
But did it? Is everything since that moment simply...
It's not. So you're just saying so by the way, I'm having the mic muted as we're going because what's it called? I had the mic muted as we're going because it's gonna echo if I don't. But he just said that Kareem, what'd you say?
Yeah, Kareem, when LeBron said that that 2016 finals that made him the GOAT, Kareem said Kareem didn't like him after that.
You know why though?
Yeah, he said if you're the GOAT, you shouldn't be calling yourself the GOAT. That's what Kareem said.
Every NBA legend before Bron, for the most part, most of them, they don't claim themselves the GOAT. Like if you ask Jordan if he's the GOAT, he says he lets the fans decide. He shows respect to other players. LeBron's one of the people that don't do that though.
Bro, no. LeBron shows respect to Jordan too. Like LeBron and Jordan show respect. It's just the fan base that don't.
You think so?
LeBron fans don't respect Jordan fans. Jordan fans don't respect LeBron fans. But LeBron and Jordan both have shown respect to each other. They don't discredit none of each other. You can look up clips. They don't disrespect each other at all. LeBron's came out multiple times saying he looked up to MJ.
Yeah, but he says that, but then calls himself to go over MJ though.
Well, so when you walk in the gym and you a hooper, Torie. There's times you be like, I'm the best hooper here. And
but I'd be realistic though. Like it's confidence, but I'll go into a game saying I want some confidence-ish. But when I get in the game, I'm gonna know to play my role, depending on the team I'm on. And after the game or after the season or whatever, I'm gonna show respect to players better than me, bro. You gotta be realistic too.
Me, once I'm in that game, if you not D1, D2, if you're not in the league or playing pro, you not better than me. You have to show me you better.
Merch.
I'm gonna say you have to show me better.
The icing on LeBron's cake, or is LeBron destined to finish his career in Michael Jordan's shadow? We've all heard the arguments from LeBron supporters.
He's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster, he's more durable.
And from Jordan supporters.
Michael Jordan was merely 6-0 with 6 MVPs in the finals.
But the GOAT debate isn't as simple as the pundits make it seem. There are a number of factors relevant in determining the greatest basketball player of all time. In fact, I would say there are 5 things that really matter when determining the GOAT of any sport. These criteria are, in no particular order, accomplishments, longevity, winning, statistics, and what we'll refer to in this video as the eye test.
I say from right here, what Jordan got is accomplishments and winning. LeBron obviously got longevity, statistics, and the eye test. Like Jordan does have the basketball player build. Jordan,
bro, he is literally the perfect ball. Like, I'm not gonna cap. Like all, no, that's acceptable glaze. It's Jordan. Jordan is literally the perfect ball player, bro. Like the dude's 6'6", athletic. He on his mid range. He's double clutching, bro. He's floating over players. Like if I was him, I know how much fun he has. Then he gets on the defensive side, hounding people, ball hawking. Like
the best eye test might be Amen Thompson, bro. If he gets a shot,
eye test.
Whoa, Torie, that is an alien. He's more athletic than Bron, than Jordan. Amen. I ain't
gonna lie, you can't give Amen over Jordan type athleticism though. Cause I feel like, or even over Bron, bro. You can't. I even over Bron.
Amen might
over Bron and Jordan athleticism,
bro. He's athletic. Like, bro, him and his Asar, they are dumb athletic.
Hey, somebody called Cap on you. Cap, they haven't even talked to each other in a while. On the Pat McAfee show, LeBron revealed that he and Jordan weren't at the best terms with each other.
No, there's videos LeBron literally says he praised LeBron. Like, what is he talking about? Like,
now I've seen videos of LeBron saying Jordan's a GOAT.
I never said they were
friends.
Did I say they were friends? I never said they were friends. I never said they were friends.
Yeah, right.
I just said they don't disrespect.
Amen?
Dude, I'm telling you, like, no glazing. Like, he's really athletic. Like, it's crazy. And he has good IQ. He's dumb athletic. Like, if you watch his highlights, it's just like...
Hey, Chad, he's followed by overtime, bro. I forgot. He's an ambassador. I ain't listened to that shit.
And to be the GOAT, you don't need to be the best in any specific category, but you need to be pretty good across the board. So simply winning 7 championships, like Robert Ory did, isn't enough to get you into the conversation. When we're finished with this video, it'll be plainly obvious that one guy comes out on top. But before we get started, I want to clarify that this is not a comparison of legacies. It's about who was the better basketball player. If we were talking about legacies, Jordan's is nearly untouchable. Not only did he lead basketball to global popularity, he helped transform Nike into an empire, changed the way players played and how they dressed, and he even made it cool for guys to be bald. And while those things certainly contribute to MJ's iconic status, they don't make him a better player on the court. So let's evaluate the criteria that matter, and we'll start with individual accomplishments. Take a look. Jordan had
So accomplishments. You said that you knew Jordan's gonna win in accomplishments already, right?
Yeah, I said and winning in accomplishments, yeah.
So let's look at LeBron. He's an all-around player, right? And he's the greatest scorer of all time. People like to say, why does he have one scoring title if he's the greatest scorer?
Because he's a pass-first player. Everyone knows this.
So if he's a pass-first player, how is he the greatest scorer?
How is it? That's why people are saying, how is he the greatest scorer? And he's the number one on the most selfish stat.
Bro,
he's number one in the most selfish stat in the world.
Okay, bro.
That's what people don't understand.
One with LeBron, as you said, I think LeBron also, I'm not sure what his assist totals are, but his turnover ratio is the highest ever recorded.
Yeah, no. So that comes in with longevity.
Yeah, it comes in with longevity. That's the way it's sorted.
The longer you play, there's gonna be stuff that's gonna hurt you too.
Yeah, so LeBron, so when it comes to scoring, he's nowhere near MJ. I'm gonna say that for sure. No matter whether LeBron has the most points or not, LeBron doesn't even have more 40-point games. I'm not even sure if LeBron beat him on 30-point games.
No.
Like, Jordan also has the highest career average for points too.
No, he recently did. Like
what?
Like year like
30
20,
points.
Like yeah, it was something like that. He recently beat it past him.
What's your take on Kevin Durant saying Kobe is better than LeBron? KD said that?
Yeah, I don't know.
KD came out with that one?
I never heard KD say that.
KD came out with that. I had to go to that clip.
But KD smoked too much. You don't know what he's talking
about. Nah, KD count though, bro. KD's hard. KD smoked, but
I'm not gonna lie. Kobe, bro, all due respect to Kobe, I messed with Kobe. After he died,
Will. Before you say this, bro. Before you finish your sentence, bro. Think about this, bro. Don't try to say LeBron over Kobe right now, bro. You about to say LeBron over Kobe, bro?
Bro, I don't have Kobe in my top 5. I can name 9 players better than Kobe.
I'm gonna say this. I just seen a recent Kobe Bron video, Ultras before, And when it comes to Kobe and Bron, I don't really even want to get into that because I don't know enough to even I haven't looked into much Kobe, and from what I have looked into, I'm not gonna cap. It looks like Bron is beating Kobe from what I've seen from that video. I need to probably see more.
If you take away the accolades or whatever, just them playing against each other in the season, LeBron beats him in everything except like free throws and I think another category. But LeBron outplays Kobe.
I seen a video that showed that.
So like that I don't even worry about Kobe. With all due respect to him, if you want to talk about that fan base though, that might be more toxic than both these fan bases if we're being real.
Kevin Durant played both 9. Jason Yaffe 9 what? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. 9 what? But all defensive teams too. Jordan got 9. LeBron got 6. Finals MVPs. Jordan got 6. LeBron got 3. All-Star team. The only thing LeBron got over him is All-Star teams. So this is a sweep. Unless you got something to say to this.
I mean, I don't look at MVPs no more because if we're being real, the MVP most valuable player. Look, Jordan and LeBron should have way more than that they have.
Yeah,
if the MVP is how it's supposed to be.
Okay.
So that's why I don't really.
But he's still. But even though, but the way it is,
he has more. But
yeah, they should both have more, but they don't, and so it's evened out. So, but Jordan beats him.
Yeah, no, but my thing is like everyone knows Bron's supposed to win 2011, really 2018 too. He was supposed to win in 2018.
Wasn't that Harden's year though?
Yeah, and he had better numbers than Harden and played more games. But they still gave it to Harden because he lost in 2017. That's all the MVP is now. Like, players who should have got, like Jokic. There's a year the year Embiid won, Jokic should have won it, but they gave it to Embiid because the year prior, Embiid was supposed to win it, but they gave it to Jokic. So all it is just like, they're just trying to like, there's not even really MVPs no more, bro.
Tight.
So like, that's why I don't even care about it. It's really like the all-star, like all defensive, like I can respect all defensive, like all that stuff I can respect, but like, and the scoring titles, of course, you can't fake a scoring title. Like, no, you can't fake a scoring title. But like, just stuff like that, that's like voting, it's just, it kind of like makes no sense. Like, the year LeBron was supposed to win DPOY, he's NBA all defensive first team, and the guy who won it is defensive second team. What sense does that make?
I got you. I feel you.
That's why I'm like, when it comes to media voting, that's why I'm saying like MJ should have more, Kobe should have more.
You don't put too much like emphasis on the when it comes to media voting accolades and stuff.
Yeah, like,
Kobe definitely should have more.
Like Kobe has one MVP. Now, in my opinion, was Kobe the best player at any era? No, he wasn't the best player, but he should have more than one.
You don't think Kobe was the best player at a certain point in time?
In the 2000s, definitely not. I'd give it to Tim Duncan. I'd give it to Tim. Tim dominated, bro. I don't think at any point where Kobe was like, I'm the best player like in the league.
Wait, hold up a second. Hello? Hey, Ma, I gotta call you back. I'm on string. Alright, like to. Yeah, how to answer the call though. But W Mom, but look, so let's finish this video.
More regular season MVPs, twice as many finals MVPs, 9 more scoring titles, and several more selections to the NBA's all-defensive team, including once being named Defensive Player of the Year. LeBron has more All-Star appearances, but that's largely due to his having played more seasons. In fact, when taking into account retirements and major injuries, Jordan essentially played 13 seasons compared to 17 seasons for LeBron, making Jordan's significant lead in accomplishments all the more impressive. And that's to say nothing of MJ's
Jordan to win that All-Star game, because that was his last one ever.
Kobe was the one that
ended it.
They
told Kobe to miss the free throws.
Yeah, I seen that one actually.
That just goes into the glaze.
Brilliant college career, which saw him twice named All-American and once awarded College Player of the Year, at a time when the country's best players actually went to college.
With YouTube Premium, watch ad-free, offline, and in the background. And listen.
So regardless of whether you're a LeBron fan or MJ fan, you have to give the accomplishments checkmark to Jordan. The second criteria in our GOAT analysis is longevity. And this one is also a no-brainer, but this time in favor of LeBron. Not only has LeBron played more seasons in the league, but he's had a longer peak than Jordan. Jordan's peak lasted about 10 years, whereas LeBron's peak has lasted 16 years and is still going. And he's been incredibly durable during that time, missing significant time to injury only in 2019. That said, the claim that LeBron has been much more durable than Michael has been a bit overblown. Consider that Jordan played in at least 80 regular season games 11 times in his career, including all 82 games an incredible 9 times. Compare that to LeBron, who played in at least 80 regular season games just twice, and in all 82 games just once. So both LeBron and Jordan get high marks for their durability. But durability aside, the bottom line is that LeBron has sustained his level of excellence for a much longer period of time than Jordan, which puts the longevity checkmark squarely in LeBron's corner.
Big body bodybuilder, thick ass LeBron was on steroids and still couldn't catch Jordan. No cap. Hey, that little Baco, right? La juice. So longevity LeBron got that. Let's be real. Keeping it P. Longevity LeBron got that. Yeah. But if any of the HGH allegations come up ever is true, as we were speaking about before, then cancels that out.
It's gonna hurt.
But we're gonna go with LeBron is not on nothing. It says this video is slightly outdated since LeBron's advanced stats kind of dropped off. Not LeBron's fault, but all the more reason we should just compare prime versus prime. Now I feel like prime versus prime is way better when it comes to the GOAT, like when it comes to the best player debate, because I genuinely feel like the highest peak of, I feel like the player with the highest peak is the greatest player of all time. Because that's what I think. That's what I feel like. Whoever dominated the most in their peak. That's what I think of it.
That brings us to the third GOAT criteria: winning. As we all know, Jordan won 6 championships. LeBron has won 3. Jordan is 6-0 in the NBA Finals. LeBron is 3-6. Yes, LeBron has made the finals 9 times compared to only 6.
Dang, LeBron was 3-6 how many years ago? My bad, bro.
This is 5 years ago.
5 years ago, LeBron was 3-6.
Mm-hmm.
How many times he went to the finals since?
After this gotta be, so this was literally like 2019 going to 2020 season, 1 finals appearance since. He's been to the finals once with the Lakers. So he's 4-6 now.
Okay, 4-1-6 losses. All right.
And I was telling my friend about it. The only losses that LeBron should have had is 2007, and the 2 losses with the Warriors with KD.
And the Mavericks.
No, he should have won that. I said he should have won that, but he lost. That should have been the finals. He should have won.
Oh, you're saying like that? I get what you mean.
Yeah. He should have won that, but like 2007 and the 2 Warriors one, he just wasn't gonna win that one at all. Like 2015, I'm a down the hill. If he had Kyrie and Kevin Love, they were gonna win that series. They're going to win it no matter what.
Oh, I know you're talking about when they both were hurt.
Yeah,
I never that.
Really, when Kyrie got hurt, that's when I was just like, I don't think
that.
they're gonna win. But besides that, those 3, LeBron was gonna win that, bro. There's no way.
Good point. You know that year is that was one of the years where Steph Curry won without a top 75 player too.
2015.
Yeah, those 2 years.
Yeah.
It was Curry and some other person. I forgot who else it was. They're only Curry and Kobe. I think it was Curry and Kobe. Dirk. Yeah, you might be right. Because who did Dirk have as top 75?
That's what Dirk had only like an all-star song. Like, oh wait, maybe he had Jason Kidd. It might have been Kobe because I remember seeing something like that.
I think it was Curry and Kobe.
It might have been Kobe.
I'm pretty sure it's Curry and Kobe. He said, "I respect LeBron. LeBron's performance in 2009 was going to put him in a GOAT debate, if only for that one season. That's how good 2009 LeBron was." Is that the year when he played the Magic? Or he played the Celtics in the playoffs. Magic? Yeah, bro.
That was crazy. He averaged 40 that series. He's like 40 and some. Like, the other stats were good too, and they still lost.
No, I think he choked against the Magic, though. I think that's what happened. I think he choked against the Magic. Did he? Or he didn't?
No, he averaged 40.
He didn't?
He averaged 40, Torie.
He snapped that year?
Bro, he was scoring stupid. 40 in a series.
Oh, he was snapping that.
Stupid.
He was snapping
and they still lost.
Oh yeah, we respect LeBron over here for sure. We respect LeBron and Jordan.
Yeah, respect.
It's just we just gotta see who the GOAT is. I'm trying to put my boy on game.
I just want to say, there's never gonna be a defined GOAT, bro. No matter what, he's gonna have his GOAT. I'm gonna have my GOAT. Your guy's gonna have your GOAT, bro. We're just saying why we think our GOAT is better. If that makes sense.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing the true GOAT versus anti-GOAT.
Times for Jordan. But let's not pretend that making the finals is the same thing, or even close to the same thing, as winning a title. Take a prime example from another sport, the Buffalo Bills. They're the only team in NFL history to appear in 4 consecutive Super Bowls. But is there a single player or fan of that team that wouldn't trade all 4 of those appearances for just one Super Bowl win? Frankly, talk to any fan whose team lost the season's final game and ask them how they felt afterward. Almost universally, their feelings are of sadness, anger, and disappointment. And that's just the fans. For players, those feelings are only magnified. Listen to Charles Barkley talk about losing in the NBA Finals.
And I was just in shock when it was over because I was frustrated because I couldn't wheel my team past Michael and the Bulls. And first of all, I don't think I've ever gotten over it, number one. But that was traumatic, and it's painful.
So we can all stop with this false equivalence between winning the championship and finishing runner-up. In the words of Herm Edwards,
you play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
Now back to Jordan and LeBron. As mentioned, on basketball's biggest stage, the NBA Finals, Jordan was 6-0. LeBron was 3-6. And frankly, that doesn't even show how lopsided their records really are. In terms of individual finals games, Jordan was 24-11. LeBron is 18-31. And that's because in 4 of his 6 finals losses, LeBron per game. And if being an average 3-point shooter is a weakness of Michael of MJ.
All right, so listen up. Was trying to charge me $197 for car insurance. No, thank you.
His brilliant college career, which saw him twice named All-American and once awarded College Player of the Year, at a time when the country's best players actually went to college.
He's been the underdog.
It's over because I had to.
So we can all stop with this false equivalence between winning the championship and finishing runner-up. In the words of Herm Edwards,
you play.
Back won't even show how lopsided their records really are.
In
terms of individual finals games, Jordan was 20.
In 2020, he wasn't the underdog in those finals.
Yeah.
Besides that, every finals he's been the underdog.
But doesn't that make you the GOAT though? Like, if you the GOAT, you should be like. It shouldn't be excuses. Like,
I would say that, but there's a time Jordan almost was the underdog in his last finals. There was people. It was like 51% of people had Jordan beating the Jazz.
Yeah, but guess what? He won.
Yeah, I know he won.
So I'm saying, like, I'm saying even if you are the underdog, your record shouldn't be like this, bro. 24-11 compared to 18-31.
That goes to context who LeBron played against.
Let's be real. LeBron's the best loser of all time. I give him that. Like, out of all the losing record people, he's the best loser of all time. I ain't gonna cap. 18-31 in the finals, bro. 4-6, 4 wins, 6 losses.
Oh, he's gone against like 2 dynasties.
2 dynasties.
The Warriors and the Spurs.
Greatest loser of all time. You're still proving the point though. He still lost. Greatest loser of all time.
Fault. And he played good in those finals. He was the best player in the finals. There's been for like 2 finals where LeBron wasn't. No, 3. There's 3 finals where LeBron wasn't the best player in the finals. 2020, 07. In 2011, he wasn't the best player.
Yeah, 2020, Jimmy Butler. I remember Jimmy Butler outplayed him.
Yeah, he was.
But guess what? Who cares though? Like, let's be real. Like, we're gonna think about that in that finals for Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler does not. I guarantee you, in Jimmy Butler's head right now, he does not care how you played in that finals. He didn't win it because that's what it's about. It's about winning. So nobody really cares. You know what I'm saying? At the end of it,
care how he played in the other finals, but he lost. It wasn't his fault. Except 2011 that's the only finals that I say is his fault that they lost. 2011, he's supposed to play like a superstar. He underperformed terribly.
So about this last season, LeBron performed in the playoffs.
This season, that one, I'm not gonna lie. Like the first 2 games was hard to watch.
Hey, Phil, these dudes also we got some older people in the comments too. They know game. He said the Bulls were underdogs in 91, 93, and 98.
No, on God,
he knows ball.
On God, that's
my boy Phil knows ball. Phil knows ball, bro.
There's a stat. I wish I saved it. There was literally a chart. Jordan he was never the underdog. On God, he's lying. I know. Actually, let me not say on God. But on my life, he's lying. I know he is because I see with my own eyes. He is lying, bro. I know he's lying.
Let's see.
I know.
We can look into that. We can look into that.
Because if you tell me he was the underdog against the Blazers, the Lakers, and the Jazz twice, and who else? The Suns?
Jordan underdog.
in the finals.
Yeah, my typing sucks, bro.
Michael Jordan was never considered a true underdog in any of the 6 finals.
Bulls, some thought were more experienced Lakers. Okay, so 1991, he said some thought the more experienced Lakers.
Yeah, like that's where it goes into percentage. Like
1992, Bulls 6, 7, 15. Blazers,
and look,
7,
and they're
15.
gonna say with the last one how the Bulls team was old and they was their last one. That was their last.
Okay,
team.
93, Jordan was the underdog for sure. Arguably underdog, 6'2", Suns had league MVP Charles Barkley when Barkley went over him. Bulls had one of the best teams in NBA history. You know what I'm saying? Can't get mad at him for that one.
Can't.
Favorite, not an underdog. All right, so you're right.
And then look at LeBron. If you type in LeBron's, he was.
Let's see.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
LeBron is underdog in 8 of his 10 finals.
Except that he was the favorite to win.
So he sold in this one. This is the one he should have won.
That's what I'm saying.
I heard him a bad slight favorite.
He had 8 points in the finals game. That's terrible. That's Tyrese Halliburton.
I ain't gonna cap, bro. The 2012, bro, they cheated KD. I ain't gonna cap.
No, that's what people say.
They cheated KD, bro.
But like KD, like they're only saying that because who they beat.
He was never the underdog because he's the GOAT. Simple, just like that. Straight up like that. Straight like that.
Like, I'm always serious.
Straight like that.
Of his 6 finals losses, LeBron's team hasn't even been competitive. Twice he got swept, and 2 other times he lost 4-1. That includes being on the wrong side of the 2 most lopsided finals by margin of loss in NBA history. Of course, LeBron fans will tell you that the only reason for LeBron's poor finals record is that his competition was so tough. Ironically, some of these same fans criticized Jordan for losing early in his career to a Celtics team stacked with 5 Hall of Famers, and they conveniently gloss over the fact that LeBron reached the finals so many times in part because the competition in his own conference was so weak. During the vast majority of his career, LeBron played in what many dubbed the Leastern Conference because the East was so much weaker than.
I just want to say, the fact that they're calling the East, like, now was the East better than the West? Hell no. The West was definitely better. But that's how dominant LeBron was, that they were considering the competition he was playing was garbage. That's how good he was. You can't lie. That's how good
I ain't gonna cap. LeBron was entertaining, bro, in the East.
Look,
like, the Eastern playoffs, he was making it entertaining.
I'm gonna say this. There, like Shaq Cousin said, bro, there is a generation where they don't know the finals without LeBron. We grew up knowing LeBron was going to the finals. Yeah, that's how crazy. That's how crazy LeBron was going.
That's facts, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, this Raptors team, like, the next year they won. All they did was they trade DeMar DeRozan and get Kawhi Leonard. They're the champs. The East wins as soon as LeBron goes to the West. Cause let's look. 2019 was the Raptors. 2020 was the Lakers. 2021 was the East. 2022 was the West, and 23 was the West, and then 24. It was the Celtics. They came back to be winning. They started playing good.
The thing is, though, like, you're right. There's a generation that has never seen a finals or that is used to seeing LeBron James going to the finals all the time. Us. There's also a generation that's used to seeing Jordan never lose in the finals.
Yeah,
so it's like,
they never
seen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there's not also a generation.
Which one would you rather see? Would you rather see a time where LeBron, where your player always goes there but loses? Or someone that goes there but wins every time?
I'm not going to answer that because I'm going to be biased. So I'm not going to answer.
You know though.
I'm going to be biased. I'm going to say, now, seeing your favorite player always win, yeah, but, like, it also hurts seeing your favorite player lose, but, like, it hurts different when he's, like, he lose and it's his fault. Gang, I was a Gerber when he lost in 2011, so I ain't really care. Right? I ain't really care. I see my mom, she was old, like my parents was mad. I'm looking, hey, I'm trying to watch SpongeBob, you feel me?
I feel you.
I didn't even care, but like until 2012, until I could understand basketball.
Yeah.
Is when I was just like, okay, this hurts a little
Me
bit.
too. When I was watching versus Thunder, that's when I was able to understand basketball a little more. When the Miami Heat were against the Thunder. And we Florida boys, bro. So yeah. I was a Miami Heat fan, Bron fan, Glazer, you know what I'm saying?
The whole state
package.
Of Florida was on Miami.
Yeah, it was
Miami against it was deadass Florida against like everybody once LeBron joined, bro.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like when LeBron was in Miami, he definitely united the basketball fan base to be all Miami Heat fans. If you were a Magic fan during that time period, you tripping. God.
The West. On the other hand, during Jordan's playing days, the East was generally considered the stronger conference, as Jordan had to battle through hard-fought rivalries against the Bad Boy Pistons, Patrick Ewing's Knicks, the Shaq Penny-led Magic, and Reggie Miller's Pacers.
That's a good Eastern
team.
Conference.
That's a good, but that team was in Paul George Indiana Pacers team. That's what it was. They're both like the same, except that LeBron stayed in the East longer.
I got Reggie Miller's better than Paul George.
No, he is
right.
But I think
so.
I think Paul George's team was better than Reggie Miller's team.
You think so?
Because they had the number 1 defense in the league.
Y'all let me know in the comments.
But no, Reggie Miller was the better Pacer.
You know this team almost beat Jordan. They took him to 7.
Yeah, so did Paul George's team.
They took him to
7. Yeah, they took him to 7.
It's kind of might be like it's kind of like the same thing basically.
That's what I'm saying. There's it's like the first round really for like both teams except Jordan went against the Knicks.
I think this was the conference finals when Jordan was lost to them to Pacers.
Yeah, but it's normally the first round where it's just like they normally get it out easy.
Oh, yeah, because first versus AC.
That said, if you want to blame LeBron's failure in the finals on the level of his competition, I won't argue with you. But let's also not blow it out of proportion. If you look at the average number of wins of their finals opponents, you'll see that LeBron's finals opponents averaged 60.8 wins per season, whereas Jordan's finals opponents averaged 61.2 wins per season. So as it turns out, both players faced stiff competition in the finals. But a big reason we don't hold the 93 Suns, the 96 Sonics, or the 98 Jazz in the same regard as some of LeBron's finals opponents is because, unlike LeBron's adversaries, Jordan's opponents never actually won the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Which goes to my original point.
Phil Thorne, you are right. I did say bro.
And finishing runner-up is huge. And the reason those teams never won the title? This guy. Look. I'm not trying to say that Jordan's opponents were as good as the Warriors teams.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we grew up in the Bron era, so of course we're going to be Bron heavy. They're going to be Jordan heavy because that's what we grew up with. Now, once I think Wemby's going to become the next GOAT, I'm going to be 50 years old being just like that. LeBron the GOAT. LeBron was doing all this. It's just, time is just going to change, bro. And Wemby, realistically, Wemby might be the GOAT.
You know what I think is going to happen, though? I think the time's going to change, but I think they're not going to push this LeBron GOAT agenda no more. I think they're going to push somebody else to compare against Jordan. That's like my...
I don't think so, because honestly, I hate to say it, but they're most likely going to pass away, God forbid, as time going by, old age, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to be just like that. So then they're going to stop talking less about Jordan because there's less Jordan fans, more LeBron Glazers. Then it's going to be the next, and then the same thing goes. That's why you don't see anybody really talk about Kareem no more, Bill Russell. Like,
so you think they're going to just keep moving the goalposts for the narratives as time goes by?
It's going to keep going unless they keep bringing out documentaries about Jordan for the dude.
I'm not going to lie. I don't think Jordan would die, though, bro, because I feel like Jordan has the least chance because, bro, like, Jordan's brand is everywhere. Like, LeBron has a brand, too, but Jordan has his own brand. Like, Jordan's brand is leading on NFL jerseys. Like, I don't think Jordan is dying out anytime soon.
But
like
what LeBron's about to start doing, he's about to own a whole NBA franchise soon. Like, he's creating.
He's trying to do that.
Yeah, he's also trying to make a whole new league.
That boy Bron trying to get some more championships. He ain't slick.
That's all that is. 4 times in the finals. The truth is that Jordan never played a juggernaut quite like that. But there's a pretty good reason for that. Jordan's Bulls were the juggernaut. They were the team winning 70-plus games. They were the team with the target on their back every year. And as the Warriors showed us, that's not an easy place to be. As great as the Warriors were, they were never able to string together 3 consecutive championships. Jordan's Bulls did it twice. So what's the greater achievement? Beating the juggernaut or being the juggernaut? Or to be more specific, beating the juggernaut 1 time out of the 4 times you faced them? Or being the juggernaut year after year after year? And then doing it again, year after year after year. There's no doubt that LeBron's victory over the 73-win Warriors was the highlight of his career. But it's not the first time that an underdog has won the championship, and there actually have been much bigger underdogs who ended up winning the title. But how many times have we seen a player lead his team to 6 championships in 8 years? Prior to Jordan's Bulls, only Bill Russell's Celtics ever accomplished that feat in the NBA, when they incredibly won 11 championships in 13 seasons. However, back then, there was an average of less than 10 teams in the league, and only a couple rounds of playoffs, so it was considerably easier to win a title. And no player, not even Bill Russell, ever had a run of winning 25 of 26 playoff series as Michael Jordan did. And Michael's pattern of winning goes beyond the NBA. Let's not forget that Jordan has never won anything but gold in the Olympics, and he also earned an NCAA championship, in which he hit the first of 2 iconic championship-winning shots in his career. All that is to say, when it comes to winning, the checkmark clearly goes to Jordan.
Listen, paying $14.99 a month for a streaming app, and $9.99 a month for a music app, and $12.99 for a fitness app, and...
On to the fourth GOAT criteria, statistics. This one is a bit more complicated. I mean, how do you statistically evaluate 2 players who played in different eras under different rules at different positions? One way of doing it is to simply look at the 8 traditional statistics of basketball. Points, assists, rebounds, steals, blocks, field goal percentage, free throw percentage, and turnovers. And we'll focus on per-game stats rather than cumulative stats, since cumulative stats such as total career points and total career assists really speak to longevity, which is already its own category of the GOAT analysis. Per-game stats, on the other hand, is more of an apples-to-apples comparison. So looking at the 8 traditional stats, we see that Jordan leads LeBron in 5 of them: points per game, steals per game, blocks per game, free throw percentage, and fewer turnovers. LeBron leads in the other 3: assists per game, rebounds per game, and field goal percentage. But that's a pretty simplistic way of looking at statistics. What if we instead turn to analytics? Probably the most well-known analytic stat is player of looking at the 8.
So these are the stats, the all-time traditional stats right here. So Jordan beats him in points, LeBron wins in assists and rebounds, Jordan steals, Jordan blocks, Bron in field goal, Jordan free throws, turnovers, Bron 3.5 to 2.7. Those are both. Are those both? I feel like those are both kind of high, right?
Yeah, they're both bad. That's both pretty bad. Really, bronze. That's bad.
3.5 is crazy. 2.7 is high too. But they both have the ball in their hands a lot, so I feel like it's kind of inflated though for them.
Traditional stats, we see that Jordan leads LeBron in 5 of them: points per game, steals per game, blocks per game, free throw percentage, and fewer turnovers. LeBron leads in the other 3: assists per game, rebounds per game, and field goal percentage. But that's a pretty simplistic way of looking at statistics. What if we instead turn to analytics?
By the way, Jordan's free throw percentage is below 50 because his tenure with the Wizards. Before that, it was about 56%. Thanks for letting us know.
Probably the most well-known analytic stat is player efficiency rating, or PER for short. This metric was created by respected basketball analyst John Hollinger to give an overall rating to a player's performance based on traditional stats like the ones we just mentioned.
Listen, paying $14.99 a month for a streaming app, and $9.99 a month for a music app, and $12.99 for a fitness app, and more.
Jordan has led the league in PER 7 times, LeBron 6 times. Jordan has finished top 3 in PER 10 times, LeBron 9 times. In fact, Jordan has the highest career PER in both the regular season and the playoffs. Another popular analytics stat is win shares. Jordan has led the league in win shares 8 times, LeBron 5 times. Jordan has finished top 3 in win shares 11 times, LeBron 6 times.
Chat, I'm not gonna cap. I don't even know what win shares means. Y'all can put me on game, let me know. I'm just looking at this. I don't even know what this means.
Bro, this just feel like in class when you just
teaching you something.
And when it comes to win shares per 48 minutes, Jordan has the highest career rating in both the regular season and the playoffs. What about box plus minus? Until recently, LeBron was actually ahead of Jordan in career box plus minus. But after the 2017 season gave Russell Westbrook the greatest single-season box plus minus in history by a wide margin, the architect of box plus minus realized that the stat was fundamentally flawed. So he made some changes to improve its formula. As a result, Michael Jordan now has the highest career box plus minus in both the regular season and the playoffs.
Have you seen some stuff to try to push Anthony Edwards is more athletic than Prime Russ?
Prime Russell?
Yes. You see how they're starting to push it out? The media? You haven't seen it?
I'm trying to think about this though.
Yo. And it's athletic. Bro, that's Russell.
I go a lot. Ant got some posters though, bro. He doesn't mean that. He has some posters, bro. Like he got some crazy posters.
But Russ
is athletic though, yeah.
Bro, that you just seen it. That nigga was 6'3". He was doing that the whole 48 minutes and overtime. He didn't get tired. He went to the bench. He went to the bench and got right back to it, bro.
And Russell, I don't know. I feel like that's close though. I feel like that's close, bro. Chat, what y'all think? Russell Westbrook or Anthony Edwards for athleticism?
God damn.
What y'all thinking, chat?
Nigga, you lit. Bro, I got Russ.
Russ?
Dude, Russ athletic, bro. Ant got the better looking posters, in my opinion, for sure. But Ant, like, bro, like, his dunks were, like, especially during playoffs, it's not one of those, okay, or hey, like, they were loud. Like, you heard it through the TV.
Yeah.
And the whole crowd was going crazy.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
His
Russell was going crazy.
Like, he went to kill, man.
So you said if the game was called correctly, Ladiddy's stats would not be what they are. Assists are another thing that are counted differently in favor of Boule member Black Illuminate Ladiddy James. So what they mean? I know I said I've seen this a lot. You said Westbrook still, but it's a fair discussion, Bradley. Okay, you got Westbrook.
Like you could like I'm saying, it's not, but I mean it's just Westbrook. I'm saying Ant looks better.
I feel like Ant got better posters though, right?
No,
I gotta get some crazy posters.
His posters look way better. Like he broke his finger doing a poster.
You seen the one he got a Heat player on Gabe? I think it was Gabe Vincent, right? But they didn't call it. Oh my god, that was insane.
Bro, I'm a Heat fan, bro. We put that in the back of the
ball.
Put
the back of the ball.
We close the ball. Close the ball. We not seen.
Ant has a long way to go by go at Russ. Ant definitely gets higher. I think it's just a fact. Westbrook has some built up anger he takes out.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, you are watching it, and we talking about it's like the doom, like you hear it through the TV, bro. Like it is insane.
Remember that long step shit he did too? He used to long step after.
That was crazy.
Yeah, he was teed. He was teed.
And lastly, what about value over replacement player, which on its face seems to favor LeBron James? Well, value over replacement player is a cumulative stat, and as previously noted, cumulative stats speak more to longevity than they do game-to-game dominance.
They say this is more of a cumulative stat, speaking more on longevity.
You know LeBron wins this. And since the 1996 season, LeBron, I think, you could quote me if I'm wrong, there might be a team, but he has the most playoffs wins since 1996.
Hey, chat, fact check that.
Yeah, he has more. I know for a fact he has more playoff wins than majority of the league since 1996.
Okay. I think chat can let us know.
He might have the most. It might be a team.
It's like if Sonic the Hedgehog played basketball but couldn't shoot. That's fucked up.
I mean, hey, that Winnie Pooh was elite though.
Oh, the backboard too? Okay.
We don't talk about that, bro.
That said, according to value over replacement player, Jordan owns 6 of the 9 greatest individual seasons ever played. And on a per game basis, MJ's career rating in value over replacement player is the highest of all time in both the regular season and the playoffs. Are you noticing a theme here? Not only does Jordan beat LeBron in every ratable analytic stat, he consistently ranks as the best ever across the board. Before we move on from analytics, I want to mention a lesser-known stat called game score, another brainchild of John Hollinger. Game score measures a player's performance in a single game, so it won't tell us who's had the better career, but it does provide insight into who's had the greatest games. Now, we only have game score stats since 1983, so you won't see any mentions of Wilt Chamberlain here. That said, of the 100 highest game scores ever recorded, incredibly 19 of them belong to Michael Jordan. In other words, nearly 1 out of every 5 of the best single-game performances over the last 4 decades has been by MJ. That includes the highest game score of all time for Jordan's 69.18 rebound masterpiece. Comparatively, LeBron has had only 3 of the top 100 game scores. When discussing the GOAT, Nick Wright is fond of asking this question.
The aliens come down. You have 1 game to save humanity. Who's your first pick in the history of the world?
I have Braun. Really?
Cap.
If I had to pick Cap, give me Iguodala. That's being poured out earth. You better hit it, Iguodala. That's what I want. I got Braun, bro. But I mean, regardless though, that you could say any NBA player, like any NBA player to make an open.
I don't know. Braun the type of player I pick to save my life, and then he'll lose a game and then make an excuse of why he killed me, bro. So I ain't trying to even get into that. Jordan at least taking the last shot on some real nigga-ish. Taking the last jumper, saving my life at least, bro. LeBron might pass to one of my 6th pick. LeBron probably might. If you pick LeBron first, he might pass to your 6th overall pick for the game winner.
But not if it's a 1-on-1. If it's a 1-on-1, LeBron taking every time. He only passes it once the defense collides on him. Because like every NBA player says, even legends, if LeBron wanted to average more of this, they always say the same thing. He just puts his head down and drives to the rim. And he does it. You even see in the game winners, a lot of times he just puts his head down and drives just to get the leg. Because that's what works. But that's why he passes it out. Because
why he passes it out, though? Because he ain't trying to get fouled and go to the free throw line.
Dude.
I'm being real, though.
I can pull up 2023, Lakers versus the Celtics. LeBron's going for the win. They ain't calling nothing.
Bro, that is one time. I know you're talking about that.
But you can't lie. That was bad. That was bad. It was crazy.
That's what Patrick Beverly was going crazy over that, too. I remember that. Show the camera thing.
Bro, it's like, bro, that's why LeBron says he flopped. That's one of the main reasons he flops. Because of stuff like that. They don't call it, so he got to do something to get the foul call. But now, I will say, even though I'm a LeBron fan, I thought this was pretty disappointing. I thought it was crazy. Like, LeBron is like top 3 if you remove points and just at how many points you average off of free throws. I don't know if this is career or something like it, or maybe in the season. But LeBron averaged like 20. He was like number 2 or number 3, and Curry was like 1.
Y'all hear it, bro. LeBron fans always nitpick.
No, I'm saying like that's disappointing. Looking at it like that's disappointing.
Oh, you're saying disappointing like that.
Yeah, I was disappointed seeing something like that. I'm not glazing that. I didn't like it, but that's just like I'm gonna keep it biased, not
keep it real.
Like, yeah, there's stuff that Bron does that I don't mess with, like mentality. I don't.
Whose mentality you like better, bro? Jordan, Bron's.
I have more of a Jordan mentality. Like I'm saying, people saying LeBron doesn't have a killer instinct. That's cap. There's stuff people say LeBron has one, but is it like Jordan and Kobe's? Definitely not. No one has the same mentality as Kobe. That's unhealthy if we're being real. That's just unhealthy. I don't know how he still has a wife and kids. Yes, how you have a wife and kid. That brother legit lived in the gym. He misses a game winner. Next day he's spending that game winning like 6 hours or something.
Nah, he loved the game. That's like, why. He loved the game differently than a lot of people.
Like that's what I'm saying. His mentality was like it was literally. He said it himself. It was unhealthy. Like that was not good. Like you're not supposed to have that mentality. So that's why like it's normal to have an MJ type of mentality. Diddy, that's all I need to see.
Diddy holds the record for more turnovers, missed shots, and for supposed pass first player and not leading assists after 22 seasons.
Wait, that's just
and it's counting.
As much as we
it's embarrassing. How about them EPO/PED allegations? They brought up the EPO allegations again. I guess they want to hear from you. How you feel about it, man?
Until it comes out confirmed, I'm gonna deny it. What they say?
Innocent to proven guilty. I got you.
That's what I'm gonna say. And but I'm gonna say once he does it, my respect for LeBron is gonna hurt, of course.
Dang, y'all all seen? I seen 2009 LeBron a lot. 2009 LeBron's killer instinct. I need to look into that, LeBron. They seen him a lot. 2009 LeBron in the comments.
Torie, 2009 LeBron was not human.
They say he was like MJ. That was the year he was like MJ. Somebody said that earlier.
Bro, he was flying, bro. Like if we want to talk about like you know how. They like Air Jordan. That was LeBron. He was flying. We talk about head at the rim.
Yeah.
That nigga was flying. You gotta watch how it was like, damn. It makes 2013 Bron don't look that good.
I gotta look at
Nick, I think we have our answer. Now that I've finished drowning you in numbers, let's be real. Hardly anyone watching this video knows how to calculate PER, win shares, box plus minus, value over replacement player, or game score. And why should you? This is basketball, not Goodwill Hunting. So let's go back to the traditional stats that we all know and understand. But this time, let's add context to them. What do I mean by context? Well, some positions are simply better than others at racking up certain stats. Let's take rebounding as an example. In a vacuum, if we simply compare the number of rebounds per game of Brook Lopez and Jason Kidd, we might think that Lopez was the better rebounder. The truth is, relative to their positions, Lopez is statistically one of the worst rebounding centers in NBA history, whereas Kidd is statistically one of the best rebounding guards in NBA history. But even a poor rebounding center can grab more rebounds than a great rebounding guard solely by virtue of their roles on the court. So it makes sense that, to understand the context of a player's stats, we should compare them to the respective positions that they played. When comparing LeBron James to the other small forwards who have played at least 500 NBA games, this is where he ranks. Overall, that's pretty impressive. Now let's see how Jordan compares to all shooting guards who have played at least 500 NBA games. As good as LeBron is compared to other small forwards, Jordan is...
This right here is what really got me hooked the first time I watched it. This is like ranking them against other players in their position. So when it comes to Jordan, his position, as you could tell, for the most part, he's top 3, top 5. I'm going to say top 10 in everything for his position. But he's closer to top 3 in forward stats. LeBron's a little more scattered, but he's the best passer in his position by far. The second best scorer, it says, in his position. But rebounding 12, steals 9, blocks 17, field goal percentage 17th. And free throw percentage, he's 107th.
Yeah.
And Jordan's 34th.
I was telling you earlier.
So what do you think about this?
Like I was telling you with free throw, one, this is 5 years ago, so like all this could be different now. But like, but like the field goal, I'm pretty sure that's higher because he shot better as the year go by. But like free throw, I was telling you about it. I didn't even realize LeBron shot 73. I thought it was lower, and this I thought it was in the 60s. So free throw, I'm not surprised it's 107, but like. You also have to deal with people like Larry Bird.
But how can you be the GOAT if you 17th, 12th? But when it comes to the real GOAT, Jordan sees 30 rebounds, 30 in steals, 30 in blocks, 9 in field goal percentage. He's top 10 in most of the main stats besides free throws.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. I'm not having too much as of right now. You got me because like this is 5 years ago, so. You got me. I don't know how it is now, so I'll give you.
There's a new version too. We can watch the new version too, though. I knew you were gonna say that. They knew it too. Nah, Will.
On another level,
we can watch the next one too. I'm not sure today.
He's darn near the top of every major statistical category. And there isn't a single category where LeBron is better than MJ relative to his position, other than assists. So to sum up statistics, whether comparing traditional stats or a single category.
He was second in points in his position?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this shit outdated. Go on to the next, man.
Where LeBron is better than MJ relative to his position, other than assists. So to sum up statistics, whether comparing traditional stats...
On 2009 when the EPO allegations started that he had a growth jaw removed due to his EPO use. Be real, he's a cheater and still lost. You heard about that? The tumor he got removed from his jaw?
I remember, but that was early in his career, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's when they started talking about the EPO stuff.
And bruh, if that's how it started, I'm not hearing none of this, bro. He literally he could have died from that tumor, bro. Like he literally, like how Wemby just had a season where the blood clot he had to shut down. That's what happened to LeBron. They had to shut down.
They said, y'all, NBA 2K made Kobe the highest rated player every year. LeBron played in 2009. They dropped Kobe from 99 to 96. That's how good 2009 LeBron was, an anomaly. But it's only one. Dang, so y'all praising 2009 LeBron. He must really be like that.
We can't use 2K because, 2015 LeBron was good. 2K16, he was a 94 overall.
But I seen today LeBron's a higher overall than Shea on 2K. I was wondering or something like that. Or somebody.
That's a lie because, I've been seeing stuff. Shea, I think Giannis too, but Shea and Jokic are the same overall. 98. LeBron's a 96.
96 though.
He all NBA second team.
Yeah.
I feel like KD they had KD at 93. I thought that was crazy.
No, that's crazy.
This is one of KD's best defensive years, and he was averaging 27, good shooting.
All right, next stream we're gonna watch the second version of this, and we're gonna watch 2009 Bron. We can do that. Because I need to watch 2009 Bron.
Or analytics, and especially when judging these players in the context of the positions they played, Jordan has a noticeable edge over LeBron. As such, we have to give the check mark to Jordan. And that takes us to the last category in our GOAT analysis, the eye test. And to be clear, by eye test, I don't mean which of these players is bigger, faster, or jumps higher. None of that is relevant unless we're having a track and field competition. And frankly, if physical measurables mattered, then George Murasan would be in the GOAT conversation. No, what I mean by the eye test is, if you sat an average basketball fan in front of a TV to watch a player in action, what would he notice that the player is and is not great at? Thankfully, I happen to be an average basketball fan, and I've had the privilege of watching both LeBron and Jordan during their playing days. So unlike a lot of my
Like I said, unfortunately, I have to be a basketball fan. An average basketball fan. Bro, just press play, bro. What are we talking about?
YouTubers, I haven't merely relied on highlight videos. Here's what my eyes told me when I saw Michael Jordan play, particularly during his playing days with the Chicago Bulls. He was the best offensive player in the game. He was arguably the best defensive player in the game. He had the best mid-range game. He was the best finisher at the rim. He had the best post-up game, which is incredible considering most players.
He's not just saying as a player. He said in the game. So as he's watching in the game, there should be no arguably when he's playing with Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen. He should be arguably the best defender on the court.
Bro, he only played Rodman for 3 of those years. That's when Rodman's a rebounder, defender. Like they all they play role, bro. Rodman played his role. He was a good role player for his role. Exactly. Rodman's a great player though.
Yeah, no.
But he played his role perfect. That's why I feel like Pippen played his role perfect. Pippen went to the Trailblazers, didn't do shit.
No, I ain't gonna lie. If Pippen would have made it to the finals on the Blazers, that would have hurt Jordan.
Not even that too. I don't even like Pippen that much because I've seen things of Pippen like he has such a soft mentality, bro.
With Pippen, I used to like him. Also, a little biased. I used to call him Bron to go, whatever. Then he was disrespected Bron. Just like, all right, that's kind of weird. And then he's calling LeBron to go. Then all of a sudden he's disrespecting Bron. He might got CTE.
Bro, he mad because the situation with his. Jordan saying
Jordan tough in that shit. I ain't gonna lie. And he was the second man for Jordan and his girl getting played by Jordan.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
I ain't gonna lie. That's
his son. I don't even get into that, but his son now is crazy. I'm not sure that has anything to do with their beef. But Pippen, I don't like Pippen, bro. You seen that happen. So when the Bulls didn't have Jordan, Pippen was supposed to take like the last shot or something like that. I might be butchering the story with the coach. But this nigga Pippen stopped. He sat out on the last player he didn't want to take the shot because he was whining.
Nah. Pippen would be whining with him.
Pippen said he is better than Bron.
Yeah, and then he disrespected LeBron, whatever. Like, bro, I just stopped listening to Pippen.
Pippen said Pippen's not better than Bron. He's tripping. Pippen's better. What?
I'd rather give Larry Bird and KD over Pippen, bro.
Duh, Bird is whoa. I ain't gonna lie, the Bird disrespect we cannot.
I said.
Pippen. Bird is way better than Pippen.
Bird was the first YC. He was the first young cracker. Oh, we see. He literally told a team, y'all disrespecting me by having this white man guarding me.
Yeah, I've seen Bird. He used to talk shit.
There ain't no way Larry Bird didn't call someone the N-word on that court.
I'm gonna tell you this, Bird. If Bird played against Bron, bro, I ain't gonna cap. It might be raps. I ain't gonna cap.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, Bird's mentality. Bird literally broke his back and came back in the game. Bird got a concussion and came back.
Kobe had a better mentality. You see what he did with Kobe.
I don't know, bro.
I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't gonna cap. Bird was different, bro. Bird was picking up. It was like he was in his pickup. He was doing gravel or something. He broke his back doing gravel or something. I forgot what he was doing.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie,
Bird
bro.
was different.
I don't think like Bird. He even said like Bron's way better with it. Like Bird, as much as he's gonna talk smack, there's only like the only time people try to make LeBron get into that mode, like where it's just like it's not basketball, they stop instantly when he's just like tying up. Cause nigga, that's 6'9", 250. 6'9", 250. I want no smoke with you.
Super Saiyan Pippen over Bron? Come on, bro. Let's be real. Come on, Super Saiyan. We really giving Pippen. Let's keep it real though, bro.
There's no MVPs. He has
Pippen can't be better than Bron, bro. He was
as much as you can say. People say a lot. What did Jordan do without Pippen? Pippen did. We could say what Jordan did before Pippen. We can all say that. MVP, scoring titles. We could say that. What did Pippen actually do? Because remember.
What up, Birdman?
Pippen got to the league after Jordan. So after he left the Bulls, he was still good. He's still in good shape, whatever. What did he actually do?
I think he was on the Blazers. I don't think he did much after that. LeBron's like a poor man Shaq. What a mentality could have the flopper.
Dude. Hey, where my Bron fans at? Like it's a 20v1.
Also, Robin was an old man. No one wanted him when he joined the Bulls.
Because he dominated the post with big man.
It wasn't that they didn't want him.
He was widely considered the most.
Because he was his personality. Even Jordan said, "Let's pick him up," even though his personality is. This man.
Pippen said he was better than both Jordan and Bron?
He did say that.
Bro, Pippen's a dumbass.
Bro, Pippen says he's the greatest Chicago Bulls player of all time. He said that.
What?
No, he said that. That's why I just stopped listening to Pippen. No more.
Yeah, Pippen's an idiot.
Clutch player in the game.
Antonio
He
Brown.
was regarded by opponents as the fiercest competitor on the court. He was regarded by teammates as the hardest worker in practice. And when all was said and done, amongst the other stars of his generation, he was the greatest winner. Now, when you're playing against the elite athletes of the world, to be the best at any one of those things is pretty remarkable. But to be the best at all of them? I tell you, it's impossible, but for the fact that we saw Michael Jordan do it. And when it comes to the GOAT debate, that's the biggest hurdle facing LeBron. He's basically being compared to a guy who was great at everything and practically had no weaknesses. Seriously, judging by the eye test, what's the worst thing we could say about Michael Jordan's game? Probably that he wasn't a very good three-point shooter. Jordan shot 33% from beyond the arc in an era when the average player also shot 33%. So when it came to three-point shooting, he wasn't good, he wasn't bad, he was just average. But remember that Michael played in an age when the three-point shot wasn't a big part of the game. During Jordan's years, teams averaged only 9.5 three-point attempts per game, and Michael himself attempted less than 2 threes per game. And if being an average three-point shooter is a weakness of Michael's game, well, then we also have to call it a weakness of LeBron's game. The difference is that LeBron plays in an era where the three-point shot is a huge part of the game. During the years in which LeBron played, teams attempted on average over 21 threes per game, and LeBron himself averaged 4.3 three-point attempts per game, or 2.5 times as many as Jordan. Despite the increased emphasis on threes, LeBron's career shooting percentage from beyond the arc is only a hair better than Jordan, at 34%. And it's actually slightly below his peers, who averaged 35% from three during his era. But to reiterate, being an average three-point shooter was by far the worst part of MJ's game. For LeBron, it's not even close. LeBron, in fact, has 4 major weaknesses as a basketball player, each of which is readily apparent to anyone who has actually watched him play. First, he's not a good free throw shooter. For his career, LeBron has shot around 73.5% from the free throw line, which is pretty poor for a player who...
What'd you say?
He hasn't discredited Jordan not once in his video.
He just said that Jordan's biggest weakness was his three-point shooting because he was average. But you can't. That's all he has to discredit. That's the whole point. What else can you say? You pull a Jordan and watch your ass right now.
I will say this. I respect Jordan. Like I said earlier, was Jordan a terrible defender? Hell no.
No. Great defender.
He could be arguably a great defender, but the stuff that Jordan did is a little bit praised than what it really is. Because when I go back and watch stuff, it's like, okay, it's not all that. Like the 90s defense, I'm a down the hill, bro. I even have a video. Yeah. Even one of the guys from ESPN that works there, he said, all right, let's look and see how it really was the 90s defense. He said himself, they just got away with more stuff. That's not basketball. Pushing with the Jordan rule, that's not basketball. Pulling him down, that's not basketball.
Yeah, but he didn't complain. He had to just deal with it and get stronger.
So was LeBron. LeBron was dealing with it too.
With what?
In the early 2000s.
But you know what he did? He pussied out though. He went to the Heat. If he would have stayed with the Cavs, I'm telling you, LeBron would. I brought this up before. He would stay with the Cavs and just got better. Then you can say the same thing. But Jordan stayed with the Bulls.
Left, everyone can agree he left because they weren't doing nothing for him. Cavs, he even went to the front office I need somebody, and it didn't make it any better. Who wants to play in Cleveland? Cleveland, Ohio.
He was born there though.
I know. He even said himself, by the way, that him going to Cleveland was rigged. He should have never gone. That's just rigged. About the whole lottery and stuff.
What happened when he didn't pass on that last play against the Nuggets?
What happened when he didn't play? He might be talking about in 2013, not 2013, 2023. He got to be.
His man sounds like his queen. That's not basketball.
His queen. That's not basketball, bro. It's not. So I want to see these guys play pickup and someone do the Jordan.
We should watch 2009 LeBron so we don't crap on LeBron whole stream back. You want to watch something on LeBron this stream, or you gotta go after? Or
we could watch it a little bit. Yeah, we could watch it.
Handles the ball as much as he does. In fact, many analysts point out that at the end of games, LeBron shies away from driving to the basket because he's afraid of being sent to the line. I don't know whether that's true, but what I do know is that the odds of LeBron hitting 2 consecutive free throws is statistically not much better than a coin flip. Jordan, on the other hand, shot a solid 83.5% from the free throw line during his career. and MJ never shied away from contact at the end of games. LeBron's second weakness is that he's an inconsistent defender. Sure, he's had some years where he was elite defensively, which is evidenced by his numerous selections to the NBA's all-defensive team, but he's also had several years where he's practically been a liability on the defensive end.
Is flopping basketball?
It's fucking basketball. It shouldn't be, but in this generation, it is now. That's the easy. Like, look at every starter. They all do it.
Yeah, all them be flopping.
Because
all them be flopping
they all
now.
do it because, like, why would I work harder to get points when I can just flop and get to the free throw line? Like, it's just work smarter, not harder. That's a part of the game.
Changed with
like,
that.
it's just the game nowadays. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, while people say the viewership is going down, like, especially in the finals, watching it, it's just like, bro, I can't watch it. But, like, since I'm a hooper too, and I kind of play like how they do, like, I also flop. Not because of Braun, but more like into a shade thing. It's just like,
you get if I'm gonna do this, exaggerate it.
I'm gonna get to the line. So, and it's gonna make you look. If I keep flopping, they're gonna have to like play less aggressive. The less aggressive you play, the easier the shot's gonna be.
Yeah.
So the more they get into like it's just a mind thing they do. So like, no, I don't agree. Flopping shouldn't be a part of the game, but
I feel like flopping is manipulating the game. Essentially, I feel like they're manipulating the game when you flop. Like you're doing like acting. So I don't think it should be a part of it. You should just play. But that's how it is, though. They just the league just has to put more like what's it called? More consequences to flopping.
Yeah,
that's what
like
it is.
they did at one point and then they stopped. They stopped. I don't know why. Like the first I think it was last year. Like the first month, like you flop, you get a tech. Now we literally see Shea does it like. It's just openly. Like, it's just openly. He doesn't get a tag, bro. So
Compare that to MJ, who during his Bulls days was a consistently elite defender. In fact, Jordan is the only player to rank in the top 5 amongst all guards in both steals per game and blocks per game for his career. Additionally, Michael led his position in defensive win shares practically every year that he played for the Bulls, an incredible 10 times. LeBron, comparatively, has led his position in defensive win shares on just 4 occasions, and in 5 of his last 7 seasons, he didn't even crack the top 10 at his position in defensive win shares. Now, some will excuse LeBron's recent fall-off on the defensive win shares.
That by how Curry's running. So the reason
7 seasons has led his position for the Bulls, an incredible 10 times.
Good
LeBron, comparatively,
that is a zone.
I don't think so, bro. Because look where. If they in zone, where's the other top guy? Because they in zone, they supposed to be in 2-3. So where's the top guy?
But you can say where he's at over there. Kuzma is being where he should be.
They might be.
If in a 2-3, the guy's supposed to be right there. But on the guy on the other side, he's supposed to be where Kuzma's at. So that could be the reason. But this is also transition.
It's supposed to be transition too.
Yeah, this is also transition. You can tell
has led his position in defensive win shares on just 4 occasions.
This right
and in
here,
5 of his last 7 seasons, he didn't.
The
top 10 at his position.
Nah, Bron, I ain't gonna count that's bad. He went to Curry, then he seen KD driving to stop.
Honestly,
real question: do they train players to flop nowadays?
I don't know. It's something that you either got.
People just do it. Like,
yeah, you either got or you don't. Now, can you work on it? You can definitely work.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I seen players work on it. Though I see players dribble. Fuck on the head up, fake that shit works.
My coach gave me the sauce. He said, if you want foul call, go to the rim and just scream. Because the refs can't see majority of the time. So if you scream, oh, that's a foul. Like, it works. Like, it legit works. You just be like,
ref!
And it works, bro. Like, but yeah, I ain't got enough for this.
Now, some would excuse LeBron's recent fall-off on the defensive end as a byproduct of his resting on defense so that he can have more energy on offense. And we can debate the merits of that strategy. But resting...
You were alive for 2018. You know he needed that offense. You were alive for 2018. We could all agree he needed that offense. And there was a lot of that, too.
On defense is not something Michael Jordan was ever accused of doing.
Full-blown excuse maker for the
even
fraud.
as a 40-year-old, he was busting his tail on the defensive end.
We gonna get it at the end of this.
LeBron's been
if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
LeBron supported
he is right though. Hey, I was trying to cheat on them tests.
Such as when he guarded Derrick Rose for stretches in the 2011 playoffs. But LeBron's guarding the opposing team's point guard or center isn't something that happens very often. In fact, during his career, LeBron has spent less than 5% of his total minutes guarding the opposing player's 1 or 5. So the versatility argument is highly exaggerated. And look, when it comes to versatility, Hometown Buffet may have a more versatile menu than Spago.
He's snapping. He's snapping, bruh.
What the?
Doesn't make it a better
food
restaurant.
Has to do with this shit.
LeBron's third weakness is that he's not a very good shooter. And this is a pretty significant flaw for someone claiming to be the GOAT. I mean, shooting the ball is the quintessential skill in the game of basketball. It's the part of the game that everyone practices, whether on the playground, at the YMCA.
Oh yeah, legacy. Everybody knows
some
that.
People will.
Everybody in the comments has agreed that 2009 LeBron is like their favorite LeBron for sure. So I feel like everybody in the comments can agree if LeBron probably stayed, like you said, that same play style, the Jordan fans will still love him if he never changed or flopped or
how he
switched over.
You can't, bro. Like how he was playing on 09 wouldn't transition to today's game. It won't. But he was moving different. But like the threes are so populated, bro. Like it won't. And plus, you can't stay in that athleticism for that long. Like he was dumb athletic. Like you can't. Like it might be actually physically impossible.
Think so?
Bro, he was athletic.
I gotta see it. I haven't seen it.
Pretend that LeBron is actually a better shooter than Jordan because he has a better career field goal percentage. And yes, LeBron's career field goal percentage is 50.4% compared to Jordan's 49.7%. But recall what I said about placing stats into proper context. To help us understand context when it comes to shooting, allow me to introduce DeAndre Jordan and Tyson Chandler. We all know that DeAndre and Tyson were great rebounders and defenders. But what if I told you that they were also two of the greatest shooters of all time? That would be certifiably crazy. Yet if you look at all the shooting metrics, field goal percentage, effective field goal percentage, true shooting percentage, both of these guys rank near the top in NBA history. Of course, there's an obvious reason for that. As we all know, both DeAndre Jordan and Tyson Chandler take a lot of their shot attempts on dunks, layups, and putbacks, which are extremely high percentage shots.
I also had one of my mom's best friends. She said the reason why she doesn't like LeBron, it wasn't his fault, but people were calling him the GOAT too early, whatever, that's the thing. But I've heard people say like they dislike LeBron because he called himself the GOAT, which I even back
disrespectful.
then,
that's why.
I even said, I was like, you should have never said that. You should have never called yourself the GOAT. But deep down, every hooper knows. They know they're the GOAT. Like Kareem knew he was the GOAT. He just never said it publicly. Jordan knows he's the GOAT. He never says it publicly. Like he just said it publicly, which he should have never done. Like that's that thing. I don't care what anybody says. We're hoopers. So we all used to think, as much as we didn't say
think like that, yeah.
We thought of it, we felt it, but we're not.
Just as a man, you're gonna have the pride to think you're the best player in general. But it's just about with LeBron, they wanted him in the public eye to show, because he's the face of the league, bro. Mm-hmm. And him saying he's a GOAT or discrediting other players on his podcast is showing the younger. I know a big problem with them is that LeBron is really manipulating the younger generation with like his podcast and saying certain stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, Jordan kind of did that too at The Last Dance. A lot of people, even down on the team that came out, they said like he put that out just because like the new generation.
But that was LeBron's thing though with his mind of the game. He talks about other players specifically. Jordan's documentary is just about him.
But like LeBron in his podcast, he'll talk about like if you're good, he'll talk about you. Like, but if like but he also keeps it real. Like there are garbage people in the NBA where I feel like in the G League. There's people in the G League who are way better than people in the NBA.
Think so?
I know so.
When you're good at something, you'll tell everyone. When you're great at something, they'll tell you.
And I can agree. Like that goes for.
How can you be the GOAT if you have a Hall of Fame coach? Popov's game plan to stop you is let him shoot. John Wayne, thanks for the $5. Real nigga. W John. W John in chat. W. I need something for that though. I gotta get like a. I'm just give him that. But so even regular hoopers, you know you're a local legend when your peers say you're good. You don't have to say it. Facts. You know, it's like when you pull up to the court. Yo, I got Will. Yo, I got Torie. You don't gotta say nothing. So I feel him.
Nah. But when he said let him shoot, that goes into 07. The game plan for LeBron was literally let him shoot.
Yeah, so that's how
he couldn't shoot.
So I'll keep you to go. It was let you shoot.
But that they also did to MJ.
No. I said the same thing, but you couldn't. You couldn't let MJ shoot, bro.
No. I remember seeing the Blazers where people were saying that first game, he missed like 1-3 maybe, and he went crazy. But ever since
you realize they said that, and that's the Blazers is the same series where he hit the 6 threes. He did a struggle.
That's what I'm saying.
Most threes in the finals,
that's
nigga.
That's what I'm talking
threes,
about.
yeah.
That, like game 1 going into it, they said he couldn't shoot. He made that many threes, but then he was like, okay, he can't shoot like that. That was just one of those, okay, I'm going to prove you wrong.
I bet.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, he really couldn't, but, like, that's, like, he stepped up to the plate. I ain't going to lie. I give him that.
The slam dunk champ the last 3 years is a G League player. That's true, too. We need to...
I ain't going to lie. Michael Quinn, he can actually hoop. Now, do I think he'll be a star of the league? Nah.
I'm not going to lie. The All-Star games, bro. Have you seen the old All-Star games? I'm not
I like the All-Star, even early 2000s. I like the old ones better because this one... The only reason why it got so bad, because how I was saying earlier and stuff, I'm like, I'm not gonna play hard and risk getting hurt.
Yeah, but but you realize though. So realize like what they say a lot of older hoop fans like they don't like that because back in the day it was never let me like preserve my body, let me not play. Nowadays players are more like softer when it comes to preserving their bodies, but for the entertainment view, guess why it's gotten worse for us.
That's what I'm saying. That's why the viewership's going down. It's nothing that the NBA can do. Adam Silver, there's nothing he can do to increase it. But it's just like the reality is like they want to save their body. That's why the playoffs are so entertaining. Cause like
that's when they actually try.
Cause they're like, okay, like I have to win this. Like I gotta win for the chip. Like everyone wants to win the chip. So that's why like. The All-Star games, that's why they brought in the in-season tournament. Now, as time goes by, if they don't up the prize or anything, it's gonna be a waste of time, bro.
I think so. That Blazer, they said Jordan is not a good three-point shooter. LeBron called himself the GOAT for drama purposes on his podcast. He probably says thing that cause clout says drama, so we shouldn't always react. Thank you for the 5 Legacy TV. Y'all show love today. Yeah, he podcast be doing that thing for clout drama. Yeah, he want people to overreact. It's facts. The game plan for NJ was to keep the ball out of his hands, double, triple, deny, and / hurt him. It's a gift for the fans to see the best in league against each other in exhibition. That's facts, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I really wish the All-Star games can go back to being very competitive, bro, because these are the greatest players in the world, bro. I want to see them play hard. Like,
I remember people don't want to talk about, but even in the 2010s, like, towards, like, I'll say, like, 2017.
Yeah.
It was starting to fall off. Like, it was high-scoring games, but you can tell, like, the only time it was close, I will say, once they started drafting the teams, that's when it became close. It was good games. But I feel like 2020 is the last All-Star game that was good. Because they tried. Like, both teams tried.
You think bring back physicality and hand-checking, that would bring back viewership?
No.
So you don't like physicality and hand-checking?
It's not even that, but as a hooper, bro, there's going to be more complaining.
I feel like if they bring back the physicality of the hand-checking, I think that would make I think that will help when it comes to 3-pointers, because you can hand check somebody in the perimeter, they're not going to be pulling threes.
There'll be
because you're in their shot pocket.
Yeah, less threes. But I feel like that is just the only. If you want the viewership to get up, less text. Like you get a tech for anything.
Oh, he said your boy didn't. So they're saying Clyde was a better 3-point shooter. That's what they were saying. They were saying Clyde was a better 3-point shooter.
Okay, so I could be wrong, but I remember like they were talking about the 3-point shot. But like. I feel like if you just like, cause Tatum literally got a tech for clapping. Like they gotta find the rest.
Move the 3-point line back. I don't know about that one. That's too. If you move the 3-point line back even more, I feel like it's gonna make it even harder to compare people.
Yeah, no.
Because then they moved the 3-point line forward, but in the 90s at one point for a little bit, and then they move it back now. It's gonna make it even harder. I don't think you can move the 3-point line back. I don't think that helps. I do think hand checking would help though, because it'll stop as many threes. This gonna help too.
Nice. Well, guess what? So does LeBron James. In fact, every single year of his career, the shot that LeBron James has taken the most has been within 0 to 3 feet from the basket. In other words, dunks, layups, and putbacks. More than 1 of 3 feet single years. Well, guess what on dunks, layups, and putbacks, which are extremely high percentage shots? Well, guess what? So does LeBron James. In fact, every single year of his career, the shot that LeBron James has taken the most has been within 0 to 3 feet from the basket. In other words, dunks, layups, and putbacks. More than 1 of every 3 of LeBron's shots has been within this point-blank range, which is aided by his playing in an era where it's been relatively easy to get to the rim, particularly when compared to the physical era in which Jordan played. And just like...
You can't tell me that's basketball. You can't tell me pulling down a man, that's basketball, bro. You can't tell me that.
Nah, but they had to do what they had to do. He was just that dominant, bro.
I agree, but that's not basketball. So when they talk about the 90s was true defense, hell no, bro. I even see Jordan, bro, they had no help defense, no switching. Like,
that's not real. So, like, so is this not more entertaining, though?
Bro, how's that work? I mean, because what the potential fights and stuff, bro.
The 2025 NBA playoffs are more physical. It affected threes. Shea shot 29% at three today's playoffs. It makes game more fun to watch, even if it. That's what I'm saying. I think you seen how Anthony Edwards played too versus LeBron. How they was physical. I think the physicality is perfect.
My thing is, that's why I also think the media wants to defend Jordan, because the hands are part of the ball. You know that, right? The hands are part of the ball.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You swipe at it or something like that?
How comes we never... if we use that camera angle every time, we're going to, there's, a lot of stuff will change.
Oh, you talking about LeBron layup?
No, with the hand. With Anthony hand. We've never seen that camera.
Oh, that's
on... It'll be stuff like that to where it's just, they're helping.
Bro, because they use their challenge. They had to use that camera angle.
Other teams, there's stuff that if you would have used that, the other team would have got away with it. It's just so happened that LeBron did it, and the hands
you're making excuses.
I'm just saying they weren't gonna win the series after that game. The moment they lost that game, I didn't think they'll come back 3-1.
But did you not enjoy the playoffs though with the physicality though?
No,
I feel like physicality. Yeah. I feel like that physicality in playoffs was more entertaining
because they let stuff go. But I'm saying the tech, letting people trash talk.
Oh yeah, they gotta bring.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta moments, bro. You gotta find the rest, bro. You gotta let them play. You gotta let them hoop, bro. Cause I'm telling you, bro. Talking, makes it, it just makes the game better. You can tell when the tension gets higher. This finals, I didn't really like it that much, cause there's no beef. It was friendship. We had better friendship.
Yeah. That's why they probably liked it back then. Cause like you said, we see a player getting slammed on the court. It's wow. As a viewer, it's entertaining.
Stuff
but
like
as a
that.
Player,
that should be okay, a hard foul. That should be okay. Stuff like that could be maybe tech, but baby stuff, come on, bro. There's a lot of stuff that the rest do.
Hey, they agree with you. The Jordan rules are different. That's not tough defense. Should be considered assault.
That's what I'm saying.
First to get hurt.
That's why I feel like Jordan. I feel like that's also why Jordan retired a little bit. That took a toll on his body.
I ain't gonna cap. If I was him, if I was Jordan, bro, I ain't gonna cap. I would do a fit. You gotta bring a gun or a knife, bro. That's personal, bro. That's personal, bro. He got stronger though.
That's not basketball. So when people say the '90s defense was stuff, no, bro, they were just fouling, bro. That's and like you said, Jordan was that good to where they had to foul. They even said it. We had to foul Jordan. Bro, that's not a yanking. That's actually dangerous. He's in the air and you yank him down.
Nah, I'll be mad. Jordan, he kept driving though.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, bro. Even Shaq said, Shaq was the type of person, I'm gonna give you a hard foul on purpose, just so that you come in the paint again, it's gonna happen.
So, chat, has there been times where y'all seen Jordan get fouled and y'all wow, is he hurt? Is he gonna get up? Has there been times like that? Let us know.
Just seen every other player. LeBron is really effective from 0 to 3 feet, hitting over 73% of these shots. But how does LeBron fare from outside this range? According to basketballreference.com, LeBron's shooting percentage from outside 3 feet is 37.5%. It's even poorer in the playoffs where he shoots 35.9%. And it gets even worse in close and late situations. In the last 2 minutes of games where the score is within 5 points, LeBron hits only 31.7% of his jumpers. Look, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that these numbers aren't very good. Which is probably why in the 2000...
Like I said about Bird broke his back, bro. Somebody
Jordan,
Bird.
It's not Jordan's fault, but he's stirring the air with cokeheads. So they had nothing to lose. Cokehead. It's not Jordan's fault. It's not basketball, dude.
Same reason Kobe retired at 37. He tore his Achilles and his body couldn't take the intense physical defense anymore. How long y'all think LeBron would have lasted in that league back then?
No, Bill Laimbeer said
forget Jordan. Watch clips of Lil Iverson. I've seen a little bit of Iverson. My dad put me on game about him.
They literally said, bro, what they did to Jordan, they can't. You physically can't do that to Bron.
You see what he just said? Rodman injured Jordan by yanking him out of the air and then again by punching him in the 80s.
No, I think that was in the documentary. I think that he might be true because I remember Rodman did not like Jordan. The Pistons, once you were part of the Pistons, you all hated Jordan.
Yeah, I remember that. It's true.
So I bet he could be speaking true. I think that.
He's right. They don't be the chat. I go chat got a 98% success rate when they be saying stuff. I ain't gonna count. Y'all be telling the truth in the chat.
Yeah, no, the new rules. You can say that too, but I hate when people say LeBron couldn't play in the old era. They literally said the stuff that they did with Jordan. You physically can't. He's 6'9", 2. You can't do that. That's why Jordan said he had to go in the weight room. So
no, I think I'm gonna say this. I would give Bron this. If Bron was played in back then, he would definitely be able to play. He's a hooper, but that's not. We can't get it twisted like this nigga can't hoop. like he'd been a play back in the '90s for sure.
See,
I'm starting
to respect like the Jordan fans right here. It's just the arrogant ones, bro. That just like, bro, you just talking crazy, bro. Like you're not even signing any sides on Bron or anything, bro. But like
1993 Jordan Rodman injury.
13 finals. The Spurs' defensive strategy against the Heat was to basically dare LeBron James to shoot. And keep in mind, this was against LeBron in his prime. Can you imagine an opposing coach using a similar strategy against MJ? Now, LeBron actually credits the Spurs for forcing him to work on his jump shot, but it's not as if his results have gotten much better since then. Here's LeBron's shooting percentage from outside 3 feet over the last 6 years. Yikes. Well,
he said yikes. I want to see what Jordan's is.
Given this, he is consistent. For comparison, consider that in the last year of Michael Jordan's career, as an aging player on the Washington Wizards, Jordan shot close to 42% from outside 3 feet. While that's certainly not great, it means that even as a 40-year-old shell of his former self, Jordan was still a better shooter, a far better shooter than LeBron James. Unfortunately, Basketball Reference doesn't have advanced shooting metrics from Michael's Bulls days, when he was a significantly more efficient scorer, but few would argue that Michael was anything but a lethal jump shooter when he was wearing red and black. When it comes to shooting, all of us can recall practicing shots on the blacktop, counting down 3, 2, 1 before launching a shot at the rim. Well, if you were pretending to be LeBron James, you'd brick almost 2/3 of the time. Actually, that's not entirely true. If you were playing against a countdown, it would be much, much worse.
Nobody likes a cracked windshield.
What was that?
No. But you can go to SafeLight.
And that gets me to the last major weakness of LeBron's game, his performance, or more accurately, lack of performance, in the clutch. Remember when people were praising LeBron for making a couple of buzzer beaters in the playoffs 2 years ago? They used these stats to claim that LeBron was better in the clutch than Jordan.
What you were trying to show?
No, like that's just postseason, like of all time. And they have Kobe second, but Kobe shot the most. But LeBron all time statistically is more clutch than Jordan. Like he's the clutchest player of all time.
You and your friend can watch Rodman injuring the cameraman. Why are we punching cameraman?
Dude, like that's how.
Like,
that's
what's
why,
up
bro.
with y'all?
That's why people didn't want Rodman. Like he was a, like bro, it's crazy, bro. You seen he went to W. He missed practice to go to Las
Yo, I heard
Vegas.
Rodman was getting the biddies back then though. I heard he had game back then. I heard he was weird, but he had it. That's all I heard. Y'all let me know. Rodman was like that.
Nigga, he had hoes. He had hoes. He was pimping, nigga.
I heard he had some,
bro.
But this is what you was telling me about the LeBron. You said LeBron was better at the clutch or something.
Like in the clutch, like not just this, but like overall, he has like I think the most buzzer beaters in the postseason or something like that. And I think Tyrese just tied him or something, maybe.
Yeah. Well, he about to tell you why he's not more clutch than
I'm already knowing, bro. Oh shit.
Jordan. But look at these numbers carefully. What stands out to you? How about this? People were using a sample size of less than 1 shot per season to make the case that LeBron was more clutch than Jordan. That would be the equivalent of polling just 100 people in the country to try to predict the winner of the next presidential election. So let's use more telling stats, shall we? Here's a situation that's often used to determine a player's clutchness. 5 seconds to go in the fourth quarter or overtime, and your team needs a bucket to either win or tie the game. It answers the age-old question, who do you want taking the last shot with the game on the line? It turns out that in the regular season and playoffs combined, LeBron has taken 94 such shots. That's a pretty good sample size. And how many of those 94 shots has LeBron made? 19, for a shooting percentage of 20%. Let me repeat that. 20%. Guys, that's not bad in the clutch. That's atrocious. Michael Jordan in the same situation shot roughly 50%. Yes, that's right. Jordan's performance under pressure was the same as it was throughout the rest of the game. And that, my friends, is the definition of clutch. So there you go. When it comes to the eye test, our eyes tell us that one player, Michael Jordan, is great at everything and has practically no weaknesses. And the other player, LeBron James, while also having a ton of strengths, has several obvious flaws to his game. And when all is said and done, after analyzing the 5 key factors of being the GOAT, Jordan gets 4 check marks to LeBron's 1, making this GOAT debate, well, not much of a debate at all. Now, don't get me wrong,
So, Steez, this is basically, we're going to get into 2009.
All I'm going to say is, bro, the only guy I respect is Jimmy High Roller, bro. Because they literally just showed in the game-winning stat, they just showed LeBron missing game winners and not Jordan.
Bro, but you're forgetting the point, though. He showed you proof of why Jordan beats Bron in every category but longevity. No cap.
This guy.
And he about to show you a reason why.
Not much of a debate at all.
He about to start going crazy. Hold up.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that LeBron James is a bad player. He's a phenomenal player. Personally, I have him on basketball's Mount Rushmore, along with Jordan, Kareem, Wilt Chamberlain, and Bill Russell. He's just not Michael Jordan. And just to underscore how good MJ was, let's ignore LeBron and Jordan.
Did he just have Wilt and Bill in the Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
How can we take this serious?
What you mean?
Why are they in the Mount Rushmore?
Bill had 11 championships. Will had to score like 100 points. He had so many records. What you mean?
We can't put these two in the Mount Rushmore.
Who's your Mount Rushmore?
That's 5, so I'd probably say those 3, Kareem, MJ, LeBron, lock. They're going to be a lock. They should be a lock in everybody's top 3. That should be a lock.
Y'all don't think this is the best video to explain this?
Bro, Tim Duncan.
So
I'm tired of seeing the disrespect because people know bad. He's not, bro. He be quiet about his shit, bro. Tim Duncan is number 4 or number 5, and you can make a case for Shaq being 5. But those two, I'm giving maybe top 10 because I can't. As much as what Wilt done is crazy, I want you played college, so you have college experience under your belt. That's like, let's say you're in a men's league where the highest level they played was middle school, and they're coming off work every day.
You say because of what you see, okay.
And you're a college hooper. Of course you're going to be dominant. You're going to put up numbers, and you're going to be cooking.
Yeah, I get it.
And plus he's taller than everybody. Now, athletic, he might be the greatest athlete we've ever seen. Because he's that tall, running that fast, and he's that strong. He might be the greatest athlete we've ever seen. But besides that, bro, we can't really. And it's not to his fault. It's not Wilt's fault, but, like, we can't. That's like Bob Cousy.
Chat, so y'all let me know y'all top 5. Y'all Mount Rushmore. Y'all let me know y'all Mount Rushmore. We gonna watch. So next time we bring my boy Steez on stream, we'll watch the newer GOAT comparison because it's newer, it's a year later. But right now we gonna get into 2009 LeBron. It's gonna be the last video for the stream because it can't just be. We gotta see what y'all talking about 2009 LeBron. I've never seen him. I don't know. The way I talk about 2009 LeBron, he was like that. LeBron James Cavalier. Dang. Which one?
You just do this one.
This one?
Yeah. Most athletic player ever. They're not.
Want to become a pilot?